This is the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here.
For the past 3 years, we have been seeing some exciting products at CES surrounding 3D printers. The technology moves forward at a price point that you won't believe.
Sponsored in part by GoToMyPC. Use GoToMyPC from Citrix, turning any computer into your office computer. Visit GoToMyPC.com for a free 30-day trial and use the promo code PODCAST.
Hi, this is Andy McCaskey from SDR News for the Tech Podcast Network. I'm here with Jennifer Milne from Formlabs, and we're going to learn about a prosumer version of the 3D printer. Now, a lot of printers are intended purely at the consumer level, but professional ones have been very, very expensive. So you guys are bringing that technology and making it more affordable.
Absolutely. So I'm actually a design engineer myself, and I've used a lot of 3D printing in my education. And what we like to use is stereolithography. It's an extremely detailed process. We actually use a liquid plastic resin, which is cured by a UV laser. So the laser traces out the cross-section, and that hardens, and then we build it up and up and up.
Okay. Now, in contrast, a lot of other products are almost like a glue gun that's being controlled and builds it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So basically, in those processes, you're basically melting plastic, and that can only be so accurate. But when you're using a laser, we can get details as fine as 300 microns, and each layer is only 25 microns thick. So from that, you get an extremely smooth surface. Mm-hmm. So we see both tiny features and a very smooth surface finish, which is great for prototyping or personal projects.
Absolutely. Now, how long does it take as the laser is moving forward here? How long does it take to cure, to make, and then what's the thickness of the layer as each layer is built up?
Okay, so as a ballpark, we say it prints about 1.5 centimeters an hour, and the layer thickness is 25 microns. Mm-hmm. So very thin. So you can print slightly thicker layers as well, and that speeds that up a little bit. But it's fairly competitive.
Is the material expensive?
So the material. We haven't fixed the final retail price. We're estimating it will be about $149 for a liter. To put that in perspective, we have this rook here. You can print about 77 of these from a liter. So this part is maybe a dollar or two worth of material.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're printing solid chunks, it gets pricey. But a lot of to get these fine detail, like this part doesn't actually use that much material at all.
Yes, and I don't know, Chris, if you can zoom in on this. It's very, very delicate. Now, so how long would this take to draw, or to print out?
Hey, Luke, how much did this take to print? How long?
I'd say that would take about 2 hours.
You can say about 2 hours.
About 2 hours.
Yeah.
Now, so your product comes with some software. We'll take a look at that in just a moment after this break. You know, we're here in the Crosley exhibit, and if you're enthralled with 1939 technology, this is the car for you. But if you're talking technology in the year 2013, you are going to be dependent on your computer. In fact, you're going to be so dependent on your office computer for apps, for files, for network access, that you're going to feel like you're chained to that computer. There's a solution to that problem that comes to us from Citrix with the remote secure application called GoToMyPC. GoToMyPC enables you to control your office computer from any smartphone or tablet simply by loading the application onto your smartphone. Now, what this means is that before you were carrying files on a flash drive, but there was always the problem that the file you needed was not going to be on that flash drive. Now you can take your GoToMyPC application on your smartphone or tablet and have full access to all of the files whenever and wherever you need them. So that's one of the main convenience factors. The other thing is that it's very, very easy and quick to install and to use. In fact, some of us here in the Tech Podcast Network have been able to install it in less than 5 minutes, and be able to access the client that's already working on their PC. The good news is that you can try it free for 30 days. What you need to do, it's a 3-step process. You need to visit GoToMyPC.com. You need to click on the Try It Free button, and you need to enter the code PODCAST, PODCAST. A risk-free proposition, a way that you can have access to the files that you need, to the applications that you need. It's just like sitting in front of your PC. The 3-step process, visit GoToMyPC.com, click on the Try It Free button, and enter the code PODCAST. That will give you a 30-day trial at no cost, and you can see just how great GoToMyPC from Citrix is for you. We were taking a look at the machine a little bit earlier. Now we're going to take a look at the software that makes all of this happen. You know, it's a shame that you can't formulate metal to make connectors to make cables, so we get but we'll look at it here on the laptop. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the Form software that comes when you pre-order the printer. Basically, you import an STL file from any CAD package. You know, designers, architects all use different programs, but it's a standard file. And so here we have the base of the Eiffel Tower, which we actually have here. So this is what we're printing. So we set it up here. You import the file. You can rotate parts. I better not play with it because we're actually started to print here. Rotate parts. You can scale them simply. You can move them around. You can so you can print multiple pieces at once from different models. Make duplicates, and then one neat feature here is you can actually auto-generate support structures. So if you have a very thin, detailed overhang, our software automatically creates these pins that will support it, and you just break that off. So it's extremely easy to use, a very simple process. 5 functions, and then you basically hit the Form button, and then via USB that goes to the printer. And so as I said, right now we're printing the Eiffel Tower. We actually print upside down in terms of orientation. So you can maybe see the 4 legs being printed here, and it's going to pull this up out of the liquid. So it's a very efficient process. You only use as much material as needed, and any excess goes back into the tray, and you can use that for your next print.
Yeah. Well, now Chris is going to take a look at some of the detailed objects that we've got here. And I think one of the things that's so impressive is the delicacy of these structures. Yeah, and a lot of this is something you can't get out of FDM. We already took a look at this piece. It's a very fine ball, and you couldn't make this from many other manufacturing processes. This is kind of thing that's unique to 3D printing, and something that is, the stereolithography is particularly good for extremely fine details and smooth surface finish. Okay, so now I have to ask the price point and the availability. Absolutely. So this printer is available today for pre-order for $32.99, so $3,299. With that, you get the Form 1 liter of our gray resin, the Form software, and then we also actually have a finishing kit that allows you to clean up your part with minimal mess. And for people who've done a lot of 3D printing, I can assure you our process is extremely easy to do. Excellent, excellent. Where can people go for more information from Formlabs? So you can check out the printer at www.formlabs.com. Okay, there you have it. Tremendous advances in technology that would have been totally unaffordable just a few years ago. Now moving into the consumer area here at CES 2013. This is the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here.